Hey, this is Paula from Trivium, and you better have your goddamn horns up.
We're backstage in New York City in Times Square. From all places, I'm here with Paolo from Trivium. Last time we spoke was at Mayhem Fest, complete different scenario. Why don't you take us a little bit into what happened after Mayhem Fest until today when you are, playing an amazing show, sold out show here in New York City with In Flames?
Well, we did a tour with Dream Theater. We played, I want to say it's a Beacon Theater in New York, and that was a really cool tour. It was really outside the box for us. Then we went over to Europe, met up with In Flames. We did Europe, UK, had a little break, and now we're back here in the States. And this tour has been incredible, and I think tonight kind of sums up the vibe and pretty much everything that's happened on this whole tour. It's just been packed shows, really killer fit for the lineup. Vela Maya, KYNG have been opening the tour, and they've been great, really killer bands.
Right, a lot of talented bands, and we cannot forget about your new album, or newest album, In Waves. Why don't we tell people a little bit about how the reaction of the public has been to the new album?
It's been great. I mean, we're playing a bunch of different songs off the album, and we've been rotating it, and every time we add in a new song, it seems to go down well. It fits well into the set. They're fun and energetic to play live, and people seem to be really getting into it. If people weren't into it in the beginning, a lot of those people that didn't get it right away are starting to really get it now. I think it's sunk in with them, and we've had a lot of people since the day it came out that have been really avid about it, really into it. Some people's favorite album from us, which is cool, and there's also this whole new audience for us that we've brought all these new fans in that are getting into Trivium on In Waves, which is awesome. That even to this day, 5 albums in, we're still getting new kids into us, new people, and it's been a really fun album cycle so far. That's the only word I can use to describe it. It's been fun.
Is it what you envisioned when you were in the studio working on the music? I mean, obviously it took a while to get where you got sonically, and do you think so far it has come through as far as like the vision of the band was?
Yeah, I mean the goal was, I mean we had switched drummers, so the goal was, save the band. We gotta make another album, and that was the main goal, and we succeeded. We made another album. Band's come out a stronger band, on and off stage, and that was the biggest goal. And the fact that people are into it and like it and keep coming to see us live, that's a bonus. We're playing the music we love and enjoying the company of each other in the band, which is really, really good to finally have that. It's enjoyable because, if you don't get along in a band, it's not fun on tour.
Right, and that transmits on stage and on record and on everything.
Yeah, if bands aren't, I don't know, you could just really tell when a band does not want to be on stage with each other. There's like this distance, this coldness about it. And I feel now the one thing a lot of people that have seen us, 10, 15 times or since the beginning is that they mention, like, you guys smile a lot more. You look like you're having fun on stage. And that's what this music is about. That's what heavy metal to me is. It's fun. It's that release of energy. It's not anger. It's not violence. It's going out, enjoying being in a band. I mean, for us, we're in a band, and then for the fans, enjoying all the bands and the community of heavy metal, and that's what's always drawn me into this type of music. And now we're really having fun, and this is, I guess, just the best is yet to come, I guess, is the best thing I could say.
You guys have the advantage that you're still a very young band, and you said already 5 albums under your belt, which is, yes, there's more pressure because there's a lot more demand for what you do, but it's also a little less pressure because you're finally where you want it to be.
Yeah, we're in a really comfortable spot in terms of, a lot of people know us. We can tour around the world, but we're not satisfied with, just making a cool record and just being like, all right, that was good. We're going out. We can make a living off of this. We definitely have a fire, under our asses to want to make the best music we can. I mean, we're already writing the next record, and we still got a good 7 or 8 months of touring with this one left. It's that constant, I don't know, that drive to just want to make a better album, do a better tour, make a better set list, and that's sort of what drives us at this point. It's just that perfection, and I don't think I'll ever be satisfied with I'll be happy with everything we do, but you're never satisfied. That you always think, well, I could have done this a little better. I could do that a little better, and it's always trying to push to make that perfect record, do the perfect tour, all that sort of stuff.
And with that said, do you guys write any music on the road, or is it more when you get home, you have some time out that you go into the rehearsal spot and then ideas start flowing?
If we waited till we got home, we would never have any songs. We write on tour constantly. We got about 7 or 8 tunes ready, not finalized or anything, but really good ideas of what they're gonna sound like. I'm sure Matt's got some lyrical ideas. We've talked about sort of the direction we want the next album to go in. But at the same time, as we talk about that, then we switch back to, all right, the next tour is Australia. What's the set list going to be? What new songs from the Waves are we going to do? And then doing the tour with Asking Alexandria right after that. So we're pretty much getting right back from Australia to go right back out in the States again.
It's exciting. I mean, there's a lot of demand, as we said before, but there's also a lot of great tour packages. You said it before. There's a great sense of community right now. And what do you think? Why is that happening? Because you've been around to see how it's evolved. What do you think that unity is finally really there?
I definitely feel like, I mean, there'll always be that kind of elitist thing within music, any kind of music, not just heavy metal. But when I'm playing on the stage and like just seeing people having a good time out there, that makes me happy that people are just here to have fun and they're not here for anything else. They're not booing the other bands. They're not throwing stuff at people. I mean, this is about, and I gotta give In Flames a lot of credit. They're in the same boat with us in terms of like the message. It's about having a good time. It's about putting on a great show, hanging out after, shooting the shit with each other, hanging out with fans. And I think that's what makes that community. That's what makes that bond with the fan, is that it's not just us up on stage, you worship us, throw money at us. It's all of us in this together. We all have our roles to make heavy music continue on.
So it's more of a camaraderie than, I mean, I wouldn't say that there's never been, because, metal, we all share the same influences, the same things we like. But I think it's what you said, like, maybe it's more of a positive competition than a negative competition. Nobody's there to, like, say, take away from that other artist or, or fan or anything like that.
Not at all. I mean, with this tour, there's a lot of crossover. I mean, I'm not going to say that one person comes here and just wants to see one band. I'm sure there's people that are big fans of In Flames that love Trivium as well, and vice versa. And even people that are into Veil of Maya, who've been around for a little bit now, that are into both bands. Or maybe some people are just discovering one or the other, here and there. So it's to me, it's a fun time to be in a heavy band. I mean, there's a lot of doom and gloom talk about the music industry and all that stuff, but you know what? We're having a good time, and regardless, we're going to have fun. And that's all you can do.
I know, and you guys do work really hard at it. I mean, you just said it. You already have a lot of the next record written, even though you haven't even gotten into studio mode. You just keep going. The ball's rolling for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, for us, there's not like a tour or studio mode. It's just trivia mode 24/7. And to be honest, when we go off tour, we got like 2 weeks off in April, and I'm probably just going to be writing stuff at home, and it's hard to just like turn it off. I mean, this is our life, and it's not even a job. It's like what I love. It's when people ask me what my hobby is, it's playing music, playing live. I mean, I'm lucky that my hobby, my career, just my general interest is what I do for a living, and very fortunate that I've kept up that enthusiasm for it. And it's definitely been, I keep going back to it, but man, like having Nick in the band has made it so much better to be doing what we're doing. It's just so much, I keep saying it fun, but it is, man. We really have a good time. We go out like after every show. This tour has been the best for it. Us and In Flames and Veil of Maya KYNG. It's every day is an after party, man. We find a local bar, and it's fun. I love doing this shit.
And with that said, do you guys have a recording rig on the tour bus that you bring with you, or you just kind of do it old school and just record on your phone and then?
Yeah, the rig is my computer. I mean, I've simplified it down to where all I have is like this. It's called an Apogee 1. It's just a little interface. I use Logic Express. I recently got a Line 6 plugin for guitar models and bass model things, so I can make things sound pretty good. And that's sort of a another, I guess, hobby within music. Is I definitely love the production stuff, and to me, it's fun to tweak and perfect the tones, get good sounds, and try to make the demo sound as album quality as possible for the small amount of stuff that I have with us. But it's all about keeping things simple and just being able to plug in and put your ideas down right away and not having to worry about hauling all this shit with us.
Before we get out of here, do you guys have any rituals you go on before you go on stage or before a tour or anything like that?
Rituals? I mean, we all have our own little warm-up routines, but the one thing we always do before we go out on stage, we always have kind of a group huddle, kind of a pump-up, like, go out there, have a good time, let's kick some ass, that sort of thing. But it's definitely nice to do that because I've seen bands that kind of keep their distance before they go on, and we used to kind of do that in the past, and you got to go out as a group. It's about being a tight unit, tight musically, but just, having that tight bond with your bandmates. And it's nice to just have that last minute bonding session before we go out there and crush.
Absolutely. You're definitely going to do this tonight. I mean, New York City sold out show with In Flames, Vil, Maya, and Ken. We can't forget them. So far, because you've experienced the tour firsthand, what can people expect tonight or beyond this tour that, maybe they haven't caught the tour yet or haven't seen, Trivium yet?
Again, I'm going back to it. It's a fun show, a lot of energy. It's about having a good time. And as Matt says on stage, whatever that is, just do what you do, have a good time doing it, and just enjoy the music and enjoy sharing, that hour to 3 hours with, all your metal brothers and sisters, people that just want to have a good time as well. And, if you haven't been out yet, definitely come check any of the bands on this tour, on any other tours that they're doing. We got a plenty full fucking we have a very full schedule of touring here in America, so please come out, check us out.
That's right. Please keep supporting underground music. If you haven't checked out In Waves yet, please do. Buy the one and only Trivium. Prove that if you do it right, it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, if you have the music and the chops, you can do it.
Mm-hmm. That's it. You got to stay dedicated and stay with it. That's the key. Get past that first year or two of not being sure that you can do it. Once you get past that, it's all good.
All right, we're going to sign off. But hey, in about a couple hours, Trivium is going to be destroying New York City. I can't wait. I'm very excited. I want to thank Steve, as usual, for the camera work. And I'm sure we'll see you guys very soon somewhere around the world.
Yeah, we'll be somewhere. Just look for us.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, dude.
Cool.